Hey guys, this is the general reading for Scorpio, which is the soulmate, or I guess love reading. I do two videos. One is a soul journey video and a soulmate video. So this one's a soulmate video. And by soulmate, I don't really mean the label of soulmate. Like, I am just using this as somebody significant in your life. It doesn't even have to be love. Most of the time it probably is going to be love, but it doesn't have to be love. You know, this could be any significant type of relationship in your life. So don't put a label on it. It's not like twin flame, soulmate, karmic, none of that. Just significant, love, but it doesn't have to be love. I mean, love as in romantic. Like, it could be, you know, anything or anyone that you love. This is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. If you have significant Venus in your chart. It could be also for your, you know, Scorpio, Jupiter, or Jupiter and Scorpio. Or just if you're resonating with this channel, like you're drawn to it. Also, you might want to check out my Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, possibly Jupiter, significant planets in your chart, and any other of my videos that you're drawn to. I could read this energy as yours. It's somebody else's. I could read this as love, and it could be something else. Just apply it to your life as necessary. Don't make it fit if it doesn't. You know, it is what it is. Some, none, or all of it may apply. Hold on a second. Okay. I don't know. Something weird's going on with my lighting, so it is what it is. I'm sorry if it's kind of dark. It's like when I open the blinds too much, it's too light. I don't know. Maybe this is like significant of something going on. Just no matter what you do, it's just not going right. It probably is, actually. It's probably exactly what's going on here between you and this other person, because it's just nothing is right. When you go one way, it doesn't work. When you go another way, it doesn't work. Just nothing works. Which is also a vibe, too, I got of, you know, there is a lot of back and forth. A lot of not knowing where this is going or what to do with it. However, I feel that you as the Scorpio, and again, flip-flop this as necessary, more know. Not really, actually. You both know. You both know, and both are kind of, in a way, like, lying to yourself about it. I do think this is something that, you know, has gone on for a little while. And it's just kind of the ups and downs, but it's just kind of like each time it goes up even less. Like, the slope is just going down. It's... You, as what I'm reading for the Scorpio, is, it very much, this in a lot of ways correlates to your guys' soul journey reading that I did. And not only are a lot of your same cards coming up for that, but between the two of you, a lot of the same cards are coming up. So it's like, you both kind of do know and are on the same page, but slightly different. I think one is trying more than the other. One is clearly more under an illusion than the other, but the other is too. Like the other, I think you as a Scorpio, like you really think you see. And I do think you see a lot more, for sure. But I don't think you see everything, especially pertaining to yourself. And I think there's parts of yourself that you're really not wanting to look at or face. You have the Strength card as in your main situation. I think you almost might be playing maybe the victim side on this. But really trying to like find that will and strength within you to persevere through this situation. But it's like somebody's there like catering to you and taking care of you. I have a feeling this partner might be catering more to you. And you're just like, oh, you know, like all this that you have to deal with, all this stuff. That's not to say it's not real. But they might either be having to focus more on you, or you playing a victim mindset, or you're just really trying to maintain like your will and your strength through this, and you're just not feeling your best. You're just not feeling your best, your strongest. Maybe it's really also hitting, because this might also be you. Like this may be your conscious and this may be your subconscious, your ego. And, you know, this situation is really hurting or trying to bring light to a certain part of yourself that is either feeling limited or you're needing to tame it. Like this, you have a lot of things of feeling stuck or in a cage. Feeling held back and feeling limited. And there is a part of you that does not like that. And it's just making you either angry or not happy, or you don't like it, and you're really trying to like tame or calm or control that part of yourself. Because what you really want is to be free. Nine of Pentacles. You really want to be free, and you really want to be independent and on your game and just, you know, feeling good, like abundant, you know, having achieved the stuff you need to achieve. Like you can do what you want. You don't have to like answer to anybody else. You don't have to feel guilty about doing the stuff you want to do. Feeling accomplished and feeling free to be accomplished or to be successful or to be doing the things that get you there. And being able to enjoy all of what you have and your abundance and what you want to do and explore and just all of those things without having someone or something else to answer to. Which I feel is based legitimately. But I do think also part of this, there is something going on within inside of you. It could be a huge part of your ego as well. A lot of this trappedness and a lot, like I do feel there's a lot of illusion also going on your side. a lot of the way I just feel it, like a lot of the way you're seeing things is that you're trapped and you're really not. Because even if you want to get out of this situation, whatever's holding you back, you really actually can. Like, why you're there is you. Regardless what it is, it doesn't matter. You're there because you're keeping yourself there. But also the mental part of it, and you know, you have to really make that choice. Like, do you want it or don't you? And if you do, it's like you want to be able to have it but not sacrifice another part of yourself. And I think you're trying to figure out, like, how to have both. It's a lot like in the other reading of a sacrifice. You know, to have one, I have to let go of a part of me or of something else. And to have that part of me, I have to let go of possibly this or whatever this is. It's like, this is yourself. And this isn't. And I do think a lot of this is based in real stuff, but I do think a lot of this is also in your perception. There's a lot of back and forth to this. There's a lot of, I know in your other reading, there was a lot of fears and stuff. But it's like you're just not really sure whether to try to really tame a part of yourself or whether to let that part of you grow, even if it means you becoming single and on your own and living in your own truth and your vibrancy and who you are. And almost like one is right or wrong, or those are your only two choices. And it's not. Those aren't your only two choices. Or that even, like, once you make this decision, there's no going back. In your more distant future, you have the Four of Wands. You have the Queen of Swords. I'm sorry, your more distant past. This is your foundation, so there's a more distant past. The Four of Wands, the Queen of Swords, and the Tower. So you either realized that something about this needs to change, or you or somebody else did put an end to this or change it significantly in some way. To this union, this foundation. And, you know, your recent past, you have the Nine of Swords. So something is causing you anxiety. And if I had to guess what it is, it's that when this was ended before, something about it caused you a blockage or a type of anxiety. Yet, you being in it, you have anxiety. And yet the thought of you not being in it gives you anxiety. No matter what, you have anxiety. Which also goes to show that it has nothing to do with this situation, just so you know. Alright. So it has nothing to do, in all reality, with this situation. Like, yeah, there's probably little parts that you're nervous and you're scared about or whatever, but this is actually something within yourself. What's crowning this is you have the Three of Cups and you have the Three of Swords. So this union in itself may be causing you mental, emotional anguish, especially mental and matters of the heart. I mean, you could be looking at this whole thing as something that's just negative. I mean, Three of Cups sometimes is seen as third-party situation, so, I mean, that is possible. But maybe you're trying to get your enjoyment elsewhere. I don't know, I'm not going to focus on that. But in your likely future, you have the Hierophant, which is about lessons, it's about marriage, it's about orthodox type things, structure, tradition. But he's like all bound up. Like he is just, not only looks like he's in a prison and tied, but like he's not talking. Like he is just, but like trapped. Your oracle cards explaining this is you have exchanging gifts reversed, and you have to be fair, and you have make the effort, which is like, I think things are really out of balance here. Like I said, I think one is giving way more than the other. It's also about being careful what you ask for. If you get it, do you really want it, and can you actually really uphold all the stuff that comes along with it? Like, if you want to be a journalist, can you really do all the stuff that comes along with being a journalist? If you want to be a football player, can you really do all of those responsibilities and things that come along with being becoming a football player? Like, can you really do what it needs to take to be in alignment with this that is around you? I don't think you can, or you don't know if you want to. And you're trying to really weigh that up, because it's probably not fair to this person, you know, knowing whether or not, you know, you need to start a new life, or whether this is for you or not. This could also, to be fair, like justice, could be like possible divorce or whatever. But more of a balancing of the scales. Like, there is not balance in this situation. There are probably things that aren't being like really honestly fair in this situation. And it's either that you can't, it's not within you to uphold this which is in your life or that you've created, or like you just don't want it to be. It's not in who you are. But I do think that you are acting like you are making an effort. I feel like you're there. You're trying the best you can to run the motions of doing it. But you are not emotionally invested in this. You have the King of Cups reversed. This is you, Scorpio, reversed. You have the Seven of Pentacles. You have the Eight of Wands. And you have the Eight of Cups, again, which was in your soul journey reading. So it's like you're walking all the steps and all the actions of, yup, here's what's going on, here's what's happening, here's yup, okay, check. Did I do everything I needed to do today? Yeah, I'm good. And then you go do whatever you want to do, or check out how you want to check out, or whatever. It's like everything is checking off boxes to you. You are not emotionally invested in this. And you're trying to decide where to invest your time, but, you know, you're like, I've invested so much into this. And not only is that hard to walk away from because you've invested so much into it, but you also want to reap the benefits of, I mean, I know personally from a Taurus myself, and I'm very sure Scorpio is going to share those traits, is it's really hard to invest yourself in something and to walk away or have it ripped away from you and not see the benefit of it or the fruit of your labor. You know, it is hard to let that go or to lose that. It is an illusion. It is, because not only is that something humans create a lot, but you may not have been putting your energy in the right thing, or things change at any time. And just because you didn't get what you wanted out of it doesn't mean that you didn't get what you needed out of it and what was supposed to happen out of it. And that's really hard, you know, like, you know, the control issue part of it, of you want what you saw, you know, what you envisioned, one thing, and you want that to come to fruition, and you want everything out of it that you saw and wanted to come to fruition. And I don't know, sometimes when it ends like that or whatever, it's like it was all for nothing, but it wasn't. You because you're so focused, failed to see what you did get from it and what you needed from it, and just realizing that life doesn't always give us what we want. It gives us what we need. So there was some lesson for yourself or others, you know, during this time and in the future. But either way, I get this vibe also that, you know, I think you realize that you're not going to be able to maintain this. You might still be trying, but I think that you might be starting to put together your plan B or your exit plan. Maybe to make the transition as little or as easy on yourself as you can, maybe even others involved. But yet you're presenting, like, this is the Four of Pentacles. So it's like you're holding on, you know, this is a fear-based mentality too, but you're making it look like, no, you're like doing what's good for the situation, and you're making it maybe even look like you're planting seeds in some way, like how he's like trying to make things grow. But really, I mean, underneath it, you're, you know, like, look at this. The Hierophant a lot of times can represent marriage or commitment or tradition or whatever. And you are just trapped like a muff. And it's like, again, you have the Eight of Cups, but so here's the Queen of Wands, which could be seen as an Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. But here's her. She's looking at what I think is representing possibly as you. You're looking over here at the Fool card like, man, I just want to be as free and joyous as that clown right there. And then after that is the Eight of Cups right here. Again, like, you want it to walk away and with a new beginning. And under that is the High Priestess. You're not speaking about it, though. I don't know, I get this vibe too. And I do think this was in one of your last readings that I did before I started splitting them. Or it could have been like July or August. The one about the twin flame energy. That you are, I don't know, you could either realize that you made a mistake with this person and end up re-offering to them, or some of you, and more of the energy I feel which correlates to that energy, is there's somebody else that you really want to give your love to, or whatever you want to call it, your attention, your energy, or whatever. Or at the very least, just end this and be single. Yeah. Some of you just want to like be out of this, and some of you have somebody else on your mind, which may be why you have, you know, in your thoughts, this Three of Cups and Three of Swords. Maybe some of this is a third party situation. Or you just want to work more often, or you want to be able to go out and have fun more often, or whatever. But some of you might literally have somebody else on your mind. But you're presenting kind of like a different face while you're either trying to figure out what you want to do, or while you're trying to get things together to create your plan B, or your next stage. The other person here, I'm trying to hurry up because I'm trying not to make these not too long, but it's hard because this is a deep energy. It's weird because, like, in their main position, they have the Three of Cups. So in their mind, yes, is also about, like, they're trying to make this union. They're trying to bring this back. Maybe they have someone else on their mind, or for them, you might be coming up as the Emperor, which I do think this is more you. I think that they see you as distant and somewhere else, and kind of a little, you know, not really talking much. Your mind is always somewhere else. Like, you're just somewhere else. You're not with them. You don't talk that much. When you do, it's very cold, possibly cutting, but to the point. They can feel this energy from you. And on one hand, they want to just bring this back together again. Maybe, but on the other hand, they can feel your energy with going elsewhere. Whether they know specifically another person or another situation or another whatever. But they know, and that you're just very distant and controlled. And just aloof and maybe just not coming across as happy. In their foundation, because it's funny that they're sitting as the Three of Cups, and yet in your thoughts you have the Three of Cups. So this could either be outside of you with somebody else, and or it could also be that even though you're not really into this anymore, it really hurts you that you're not. You know, because that does squash your plans too. Like, who doesn't want to put all this effort into something and then be like, all right, let's just throw it down the drain or down the trash? Like, most people, when they put that much energy into something, you know, they want it to work out too. And even though your mind is going somewhere else, whatever that may be, it does clearly hurt you that this situation is not, it's not working out. Just that no matter what you do, it's not working out. I mean, that's another thing that's making you stuck is, I mean, and that's another thing, like with Scorpios, it's like, I know, like most Scorpios know how to handle things and what to do. And this situation just might boggle your mind so much because you're like, I don't know what to do to make it better. And, just from my experience, like, you know, I'm a Taurus sun, and I'm like, we're bulls, so I'm one of those that I will just keep ramming a wall and ramming a wall and ramming a wall and ramming a wall and expecting one day that wall to break, and that I can just go through it. And instead of like doing it the smarter way and just taking a different path and realizing that wall is there and it's so strong for a reason, it's not supposed to work. Whatever's supposed to work in your life will easily come to you. You won't have to try that hard at it. That doesn't mean you won't have to put effort into it, but you won't have to try that hard at it. And I think that's probably what's bothering you and blocking you too, is that not only do you feel your freedom gone, but at the same time, you know, it's like, why can't I figure out how to make this work? Why can't I possibly make my mind even to where I do like this, or I do want this, or whatever. But either way, it's on your mind too. I do get a vibe that some of you are thinking about something else as well, though. But it is bothering you that this connection isn't working out. But you share that card. So in your more distant past, you guys is almost lined right up. Like, you both have the Four of Wands. You both have the Queen of Swords. And you have the Tower, but they have the Devil. So it's very similar energy. But it's like they have the Four of Wands. For the sake of time, I'm not holding all these up. Four of Wands, they have the Ace of Pentacles, the Devil, Queen of Swords, and the Eight of Pentacles. So they you know, they're really trying to make this work because they saw this situation, or maybe even if you guys split up and came back together, as a big new possibility for them, opportunity for them. And there's a devil energy here, you know, the Tower and the Devil. So, I mean, there are things that need to be worked through. There are kind of toxic energies, overindulging type of energy. There's also a sabotaging vibe here, like somebody being so overboard that they are sabotaging things, that you're sabotaging things and either wanting to cut them out or sabotaging things, and they're like, I don't know, maybe I need to cut this out. But there might also, considering you guys are mirroring each other so much, they might also be doing things to sabotage this. You guys probably both are not feeding this in a healthy way. This very much feels, and that doesn't mean it can't turn to something else, but it very much feels like a karmic type of situation. But either way, you guys are equally mirroring each other in the way of, even if it's not exact, it's almost in a complementary way, but not in a good way. Like, it's that dance. It's that both are sabotaging it, with one being more obvious and one being less obvious, or one state, you know, being in a victim mode, while actually the other one is either in a victim mode or in an illusionary state, and the lies that they're telling themselves. Like, but they're trying to work on it. Either way, they're trying to work on it. And in their recent past, they have the Nine of Pentacles. So I don't know if they decided to take their independence back. Like, maybe they saw something and tried to end it, or you did. and they really wanted to work on it, but you know, they became independent. Like, they have the Nine of Pentacles, which is what's crossing you. So I don't know, I almost get this vibe, like, did they try to stop it and you stopped them? Even though you don't want this, did it hit some fear-based thing for you? Was there almost a reverse psychology thing? Or is it like, if they're happy, you're sad? If you're sad, they're happy? Are your guys' energies bouncing off of each other and they have to be polar? You guys can't be on the same page. Like, it can't be if you're happy, they're happy, you know, blah, blah, blah. Because when they're sitting here in the Nine of Pentacles state where she's like happy and content and possibly single or whatever, you're anxious. Which means you're either looking at your shadow side and you didn't like it and you rush back, or, you know, an opposite of energies. Like, they're happy, you're sad, but you are anxious for some reason. And they're sitting there finding content on their own. Which really, again, confirms it's not really them, it's you in your mind and what it's doing. Because, you know, you're unhappy when you're with them and you're like, oh, it's because I'm trapped with them. They're making me feel trapped. But yet then when you guys were single, because this is clearly, you know, together, when they were single, you were still anxious. It's like, why didn't the anxiety go away? Why didn't I feel better? And then maybe you told yourself some type of lie or illusion, like, oh, well, we have to get together because of this, or maybe you didn't get back together, and that's why, you know, the Three of Cups, like, it's breaking your heart. Maybe they're happy right now. Maybe some of you guys didn't get back together and they're happy right now with their recent past of the Nine of Pentacles and the Three of Cups, and they're off enjoying themselves, having fun and independent. And you don't understand why you didn't pop to that energy once you were out of the prison. What didn't change in you? Why aren't you sitting in the Nine of Pentacles energy just like they're sitting in the Nine of Pentacles energy? They were. Now they're in the Three of Cups. Maybe they're partying too much too. Maybe they need to gain a level of discipline and control. Which chances are, because this feels like a very codependent relationship, so but what's in their thoughts is the Three of Swords, and you have the Three of Swords in your thoughts too. Just that mental just matters of the heart on their mind and taking over them, and maybe being drowned in their emotions. In their likely future, they have the Queen of Pentacles, the Moon, and the Four of Pentacles. And you have the Four of Pentacles too. They could be seeing themselves, if you guys did get back together, as, you know, this is something they really want, or being really happy with this. But they're just an illusion with the Moon, and they're just as stuck as you are. Like, they're tied to this. And they're just lying to themselves about it, because they probably have the fear of going off and be on their own too, because you both have very codependent energies. It's probably like as if you go off and party, like they're like the more responsible one. Like, what? They're more disciplined. How could you? Blah, blah, blah. And then if you become more disciplined, they become less disciplined and more like happy party, whatever. Your guys' energies probably literally actually mirror and bounce off in a way, but in a very codependent way. why it's never going to be on the same page. Your guys' energies are literally in a polarized way, bouncing off of each other. Their oracle cards are Milk and Honey reversed. They're just wanting happier things. Happy reversed. Keep an open mind. They're not happy. This isn't what they want, and they're trying to keep an open mind about it. This is not what they imagined. This isn't what either of you imagined. They're looking at you like you're distant, you're always mad. This is the look on your face. They're always offering their love to you, and they're kind of getting tired of it. They're getting a little bit more defensive because they want an even give and take in somebody who offers them love. They don't always want to feel of competition or conflicted and sad. They want somebody who's going to work with them. And they either are or have maybe getting to a point where they're going to be gaining a different perspective and possibly move on. Or some of them could try to trick you into pregnancy. I don't know, just saying. Or thinking maybe having a baby will make things all better and okay. Or maybe they find out you got somebody pregnant. I don't know, maybe while this person is out like partying or whatever, they find somebody else. I don't know, the more I'm getting into this, the more I don't like this energy there very much. They have more describing it too. They have the Hierophant, the Three of Wands, the Hermit, and the Six of Swords. So, I mean, they are trying to figure out ways of how to get this, to make this better, and how to make it transform. Make things better and bring their life lighter again. But there is a message coming to them that they're not expecting, whether it's from another person or whether it's from you, saying that you're done with this. I just get this vibe from both of you, like, the soulmate, flip-flop this as necessary, the soulmate is wanting this to be what it once was, or what they thought it once was. But it's like, it's never going to be that way, and it's like, maybe even like it was never even that way to begin with. Like, maybe realizing they were in an illusion. That it actually was, the energy, it just wasn't what they thought it was. And it's just slowly just dissipating and realizing it's just not going to come back. Because one of you or both of you wasn't the person you guys represented. The mask came off and you're not able to uphold it. I don't know why I'm getting more of the Scorpio vibe, but it could be, you know, the reading that some of you Scorpios, like this may be the person talking about that some of you Scorpios are dealing with. And some of you, it's going to be you, the Scorpio. Because here's again the Death, and he's got like a mask off. This is your card. And it's like, I think at one time, maybe even this person realized it, and as they started to pull it back or pull away, you tried to save it. because it scared you, it pulled up fears and insecurities. How am I going to, do this? The reverse psychology part of it. Or you weren't ready yet. Whether you had to get your resources together, your money together, or who knows, you may be pulling a more narcissistic side on this and you've got to be pulling up a plan B or another person in order to move smoothly too. Hopefully you're not going that route. I recommend looking within yourself and dissipating the codependent energy. And so then your next time that you invest this much, it can actually give back to you and stay given back to you. Please don't just pop from this to another. If you are getting out of this, spend some time on your own. I guess if you got to go see a bunch of people, fine, then don't make it too seriously. But honestly, I would invest a lot of this time in yourself and look at these parts. Look at this part of yourself. Truly let yourself transform this time and make it, again, like I said, to where when you invest your energy in something, it gives back to you. But as long as you are carrying this energy and this person is carrying this energy, you are going to keep getting this situation. Maybe if this person does the work on themselves, then it can come back together as long as you do the work on yourself too. But leave that up to the universe. Because this is something that was just, again, like I said, the vibe I get from all these cards is it's like, yeah, it goes up and it goes down, and the slope of it goes down, and it's just almost feels like this vibe where it doesn't even go back up anymore. It's a phase. So it's like as you're trying, they're like, meh. And then if you pull back, then they're really trying. It's just never on the same page. And it's possibly where both of you are just looking in other directions for distraction, for fun, to bring you emotional fulfillment, because you both are stuck in this situation and it's not bringing either one of you emotional fulfillment. I think you don't hide it as much. You may be acting like you're putting in the effort, but you clearly are not happy. And the other person is acting more happy. They're putting on a little bit more of a yay kind of show, but they're just as much in an illusion, and you're both just looking off to other things. It's just very codependent of an energy. It's kind of that vibe of, excuse me, like, who's gonna do it first? Like going between, yeah, we're trying, but not, maybe even bothering each other, getting each other to emotionally react. It's like almost so dead in this situation that you need turmoil just to remember that part of it's alive. Just to feel like you're not just roommates, just sharing the same roof, going through your task in life, doing this, picking someone up. Did you do this? Did you do that? Yeah, I did. Okay. Like, passionless. Just passionless. Dutiful. Of convenience. Of being stuck, of out of fear, security, codependency, not wanting to be by yourself. This feels like a codependency at its finest. And an ending is coming, if it hasn't already yet. I would recommend to you that when or if it does, do not let the reverse psychology get to you. You know, if this person is coming across happy or they're partying or doing whatever, don't be like completely like, oh, it was just me. Yeah, it was both of you, and they're distracting themselves. It's gonna fall again. Don't even worry about what the other person is doing. You both need to literally learn yourselves and get back in your own energies and figure out who the heck you are, because at this point you're not together because you want to be together. You're not together because you enjoy each other's energies. You are together, if you even still are, out of convenience, out of codependency, out of fear, out of tradition, out of beliefs, out of loyalty. Loyalty, false beliefs, illusions, fear, and security, and really at the end of the day, not wanting to look at yourselves and be responsible for yourselves and know that sometimes things just are the way they are, and cycles end, and sometimes they end before you ended up getting what you wanted. Like I said, life gives you what you need. It doesn't always give you what you want. It's about releasing and knowing that either both of you guys releasing this toxic energy, you both could heal and either come back together or find something that does serve you guys. I think you as the Scorpio, I don't know, some parts of me think this person's off partying too. But I think you as the Scorpio, for the most part, are a little bit more on that point of ready to walk out the door. And ready to just say, like, screw it. But you've got a lot of fear in there too. Especially with Watch My Soul Journey video. It is a little bit long, but it was a deep energy. And I also do those for those who, you know, they're on that part of their journey where they're willing to invest. Their life is important. Not saying that in any way if it's not, but those ones who they're willing to take the investment to learn. Let's look for guidance of what you can do, but maybe 3 or 4 cards of advice for Scorpio to do with this situation. So I think it's saying to have courage, you know, stand up for yourself and your beliefs, speak your truth, you know, have peace on what you invested in. Like, you can look at where you need to grow so you can reinvest your time in things that are going to give back to you. But whether you realize it or not, this situation did give back to you. Don't have a victim mentality about it and be like, oh, I invested in all this and it was for nothing. No, you absolutely grew things from this. It may not be exactly to the picture you imagined, but you absolutely did, and it was all worth your time. You know, have peace over that and look at your perspective. And just keep going. Find, you know, work and do those things to find that passion within yourself again. It's weird though that, like, I don't know, the Queen and King of Pentacles kept coming up, and the Queen and King of Wands kept coming up. So I don't know if you just need to really work on something with the passion in this situation, or if you're looking at someone else. Like, I feel like possibly for some of you, both you have somebody else who make you feel like passionate, or you're wanting each other to feel passionate for each other again. But but where you're really looking at somebody who has a very, you know, fiery, go-getter, you know, enthusiastic, just going and tackling their life or growing their life type of mentality. And I feel for some of you, your partner is too. Yeah, and here's the devil. Desire. It's like you guys aren't really fully learning this lesson, and you're seeking that you want with each other in other people. Other situations, other people, whatever. Because you guys you're not finding this within yourself. This is really, really, really a codependent energy. You guys really need to look within and find out who you are. Or who knows, like you could be focused on money and then focus on someone else, or them focus on money and you focus on someone else. Either way, you guys are focused on other things. And instead of thinking what could go wrong with ending this, why not think about what could go right? Even if you have to ride that wave. Think about what could go right. All the possibilities. Stop thinking about the heartache of it and what you're going to lose and how much it's going to hurt. Yeah, exactly. It's like right in the middle, right? You have look within and pray on the possibilities. And then on the right side, you have King of Swords and Analytical and Three of Swords, Sorrow. And on the left side, you have the Princess of Cups, Dreamer, Wheel of Fortune. Or Wheel of Flow, Fortune. You have this choice within this new beginning to look at the abundant part of this and to think of all the things that could come into your life and all the blessings and fortune that could come, or whether you want to keep your mind on what you lost, what didn't go right, and what didn't happen exactly in the way you want, and lose out on all the blessings. Like, let it go. Let that mental... I want to cuss, but I can't because, you know, it's monetization stuff and all that. But, the mind screwiness. Stop screwing your own mind. It's up to you how you want to see this. There is a possibility of this getting better, I guess. Maybe if you both work on yourselves. But I feel like this energy is so intertwined and so screwed at this point that it's just better to go on your own and you guys learn who you are. And please don't move into another relationship. And if you see this other person doing that, please don't follow in their steps. Don't try to get them back. Don't follow in their steps to like, oh, I'll show them, or get sad and depressed and oh, it was me. Look how happy they are. No, this is codependent energy here. Just do your work, your inner work, learn who you are, and take at least 6 months to a year. I don't know how long this relationship was, but at least a few months to really heal, learn yourself, and get in your own energy again. I have a feeling that you guys forgot what your energy even feels like. Find things that excite you. Your purpose. What makes you feel alive again. Not in a codependent way, please. But in a within yourself and in your soul alignment. What makes your heart sing. Not what feels good pleasure-wise. What makes your heart sing. Let go of the things that don't make you feel good or that twist you and block you up. Maybe even let go of some of your old habits, old ways, old people that aren't serving you, and follow what's in alignment with you and what makes your heart sing. And to be honest with you, by this vibe, I don't think either one of you know who that is. You don't even know who you are, and you don't even know your energy anymore. What does your energy feel like? Do you know? Do you know what your energy feels like? Do you know what your energy feels like? Do you know what your energy feels like outside of other people? Which is actually something I was touching on in my soul journey video, about learning your own energy and how I was feeling others' energies, and, you know, my senses were up. Your senses might really be up in this too, but do you know what your energy feels like? Spend some time on your own. Seriously, straight up. I mean, that might, you know, trigger you a little bit depending on how codependent you are, but spend some time on your own. Learn your energy. Whatever it is you like to do on your own. Learn your energy. Learn your own thoughts. Learn who you are again, Scorpio. Remember all that amazingness within yourself. And have faith that all of this is going to get better. And that you're going to get through it and come out stronger on the upside. But, I don't know. Scorpios, although it's a difficult energy for me, I think even for you guys, it's an amazing energy at the same time. And there's so many things and so many possibilities, yet so sensitive and so deep, even though you guys don't always like to think so or try to protect yourself off from it. You really, really need to learn who you are and learn, you know, a different perspective on things. And know when you're taking other people's energies, and even more so when they're taking yours. Or when they're placing things and burdens and commitments on you that aren't yours to carry. Yet you think they are because it's what you've always been told, and whether something is right, wrong, good, bad, blah, blah, blah. And that's not even just something that was told to you. That's probably something that you also told yourself. That was one of your hard knock truths, your black and white lines in life. And I have a feeling you're starting to question it. Where it came from, why, what does it mean? Are you not, does that mean if you break that, then you're not of integrity? If I don't work on this or keep this in my life or whatever, then this means this is the line that's drawn, that I'm not a good person or that I'm not successful. This is what success looks like to me. I must keep it because this is what success looks like to me. This is what being a good person looks like to me. This is what loyalty looks like to me. It's time to question your beliefs, and it's time to look within. I'm not going to keep going with this because I'm just keep saying the same things over again, and my time's about to run up. I love you guys. Good luck with all this. If you guys need help with this, or you want a personal reading to know if this is your energy or what to do or how to navigate this energy, because you guys do have a lot coming up. Venus is in Scorpio, and it is about to go retrograde in Scorpio, which means the energy gets even deeper. You guys are also across from Taurus, which has Uranus in it, which is going to affect you guys as its opposite sign. It's just a lot of energy. So either way, hit me up for a personal reading. I'm about to list all my stuff in my description box. That's pretty much almost wrapped up. I just got to type it in now. But in the meantime, you can email me and I'll send you that information, or leave a comment and I'll just let you know to email me and I'll send you that or information. But I love you guys. Keep your head up. Really start to look within. I just get a big questioning of your beliefs and finding out who you really are. You guys are really going through some transformation. This is a very deep transformation month for you guys, or couple months or whatever. But I love you guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. I go in order going forward of who has the most likes. And if someone blows it out of the park with comments, I'll do that too, but mostly with the comments. So absolutely like it. I guess you can thumb down it too if you want, whatever. But absolutely like and subscribe, hit the bell. I put out different types of videos, comment, all that stuff. But I love you guys. Bye.